Hi there, welcome to the 17th episode of the Sparkle Experience Show. And tonight we are going to be just talking about what is there much to talk about, but the beautiful days we're having now because it's the first week of what I consider spring. It's a beautiful day outside, the sun's shining, the sky's blue, the birds are chirping, and it's t-shirt weather here in Edmonton where I am because it's about, I would think, 8 degrees or somewhere. So we can shed the winter jacket and just go out there because we're acclimatized to the minus 30s going into spring. It's just a beautiful thing. And what better time, especially after Easter, to talk about the joys of spring and summer coming, the things that we can do. And I thought I'd share a few tips this time. Plus, I thought that this episode I would go into the second series of the Line of Truth cards, the Sparkle Your Health side, because the year it's started, it's into the second quarter now. We've gone through January to March in cold, and now it's sunshine and spring. And it's time to think about how to get ourselves feeling great, rejuvenated, healthy, how to get all of that sun energy back into our bodies because winter is a time when I find we tend to slow down, hibernate a little, maybe become couch potatoes. And it's just something that seems to be the thing, winter. The sun here in Edmonton, it stays for only a few hours up to about 4:30 in the evening, and then it's black until like about 8 or so or 7 in the morning. And we have a lot of darkness, but summertime, my goodness, we have days until 9, 10:30. The sun is still out. So we pros and cons to everything. So what about the sparkle here? The sparkle is about, one, I talk about being the CEO of you, of taking control of who you are. And what that is just becoming very aware of the things that make us feel good inside, the things that trigger us so that we start to shrink or feel heavy or not so happy, even possibly getting into that area of feeling stressed and panicked. And so, going into this first week of spring, I think it's nice to think about the things that we have under our control that we can start to do and to welcome into our day to make ourselves feel better. So, what do you do actually to make yourself feel better? How do you plan your day to start moving into a different level of activity, perhaps? Because now it's nice to go outside and take a walk with a friend or with your dog. It's nice to have start a different routine. Maybe because summer we have more fruits around, they're cheaper. We can start to make smoothies in the morning, maybe every other day, if not every day. Look at the diet because then we can start to introduce more of those lovely fruits. My favorites are blueberries, and I mean, sure, you can get them in the winter, but they're nicer and fresher during the summer. And the other thing is what I was covering with my gals in the Sparkle dance movement. We get together and dance to BTS, and it's to just move a little bit more so that we can get our bodies in gear, get fitter, have some fun dancing and enjoying the music. But more than that, to get the brain to trigger because we're learning different moves or trying to move differently. So, those are things that are cheap, are free, are available, the walks, the chats as you walk, with a friend. And then the thing too is, remember, open up your windows, let in the fresh air from outside where, in wintertime we try and conserve the heat within the house because energy, it's expensive to heat the home, right? So now open up the windows, air it out, spring cleaning. What can you do? Bring in the fresh flowers once the flowers start blooming outside. Bring them into the house from the garden. Do like I do, make ikebana arrangements or just simple flower arrangements. It doesn't take a lot of flowers, just takes imagination. And preparing, what can you do? Get yourself new pieces for your wardrobe. Like I have on my sparkle garment, one of my designs from my cosmic collection. That's actually really nice because they don't crush. They're they're really fun to wear. They feel good on the skin, and they're bright, they're vibrant. What do you have in your wardrobe that just wearing it makes you feel good? So get that on you. Put away the blacks and the dark colors and bring out the spring shine colors. And the other thing too, I just had my computer crash on me. Literally, it's gone, right? I've had to restore it in the past 3 weeks or so. And so take a look at your computer, clean it up a bit, spring clean there as well. Save and back up your files. Jeremy, if he were here today, he's busy today, but if he were here, he'd be telling you how to protect your computer files, your system, your passwords, and how to keep yourself from stressing out with your computer systems and your software and all of that kind of thing. So what can you do to, bring that breath of fresh air to your body, to your life, to your environment, the flowers, and what I wanted to touch on today as part of the sparkle thinking is a lot of times, the weather has nothing to do with it. Seriously. I would like to suggest and recommend or share that really, are you really wanting to give the weather outside that control over how you feel? I hear often people say, oh, when it's outside, it's dark, I feel bad. Or it's snowing, I feel like I don't want to get out of bed. Or when it rains, I expect that this is going to happen to me, or when it's stormy, I get migraines. And sure, some of that could be, actually true. It does trigger something because of barometric pressure and things like that. However, what I'd like to challenge you to do is really look at how you're speaking to yourself and take a moment to decide if you would really like something that you can't control how you feel. So deep breath. Do I want to, because it's not sunny outside, make that affect how I feel for my day, in my day? To feel happy or down or, lacking energy because it's not sunny outside? Or do I want to just find that sunshine within me and find something that I can feel good about so that the light can lighten my spirit and allow me to have a beautiful day? So, with all the things I have been analyzing, I've been observing, I've been even myself feeling, I've been experiencing over the years, and what I've done to keep myself on the fit and the healthy path, what I have found is that a lot of times the thoughts in my mind actually affected how I felt and how fast I would stay in a certain state or in a certain place before I could move on and feel better. And I know I'm talking in a bit of riddle, but I'll give you an example which I wrote in my book, Sparkle and Shine, Get Your Brilliance Out at Home and Work. And it was an experience that I had when I actually at the beginning of my journey here on the healing path, the spiritual path of learning about quantum energy and the law of attraction even, and how thoughts can affect your health, your wealth, your mental stability, your emotional peace and calm, and your actual happiness. And that is when I had hurt my knee, I wasn't able to bend my knee and sit back on my heel. And so after 3 months, I finally got into this clinic, and I saw the doctor and I saw the surgeon, and I told both of them I had no intention and did not wish to have surgery, arthroscopy, to unlock my knee. And the doctors left me 3 times in that one examination for about 15 minutes to think about what I was saying to him about not wanting surgery, because he said I was doing irreparable damage to my knee every time I walked on it. And a few days later, when I went to the surgeon's appointment, he said that I needed arthroscopy, and that again I was doing irreparable damage to my knee, and that I really needed it because I might never walk the same again or play badminton, which is the game I like playing. And what was very disconcerting is when I was leaving the surgeon's office, I had a limp, a pronounced limp that I had not had for months, literally. And everything I tried to stop walking with a limp didn't work. So I approached my husband, who was meeting me for lunch, and he asked me right away, "Why are you walking like that?" So I said, "What did the surgeon?" And then he followed up with, "What did the surgeon say?" And I said, "Well, the surgeon said that I was doing irreparable damage to my knee and I needed surgery right away." And I told him no. And my husband said, "Why don't you do an MRI?" And I said, "Well, the surgeon said it would take 3 months, and I'm doing irreparable damage to my knee." And then he said, "We'll pay for it." I said, "We'll pay for it?" He said, "Yeah, you can get your results in a week." And I said, "Really?" And as he said that, I felt this weight lift off my shoulders. And I had no idea, didn't think about it, but I sat down, had lunch. And when I got up, as I started to walk, I noticed I did not have that limp again. And so thoughts that scared the daylights out of me, because the thoughts that both the doctor and the surgeon had put into my mind about irreparable damage, I realized had affected my ability to walk. And I consider myself someone who doesn't really put, I respect doctors' opinions, their recommendations. However, I like to make my own decisions, and I research around what they tell me to do. And in that instant, I realized that what they had told me had come in to my very core and affected my physical ability to walk. And so when I say to you that thoughts can affect so many things, and the energy of that, the words that we use, that is the first really impactful, I don't know, situation that started me thinking and analyzing things as things happened over the course of the years to follow, which has even got me thinking more and more that we really need to look at how we speak to ourselves, how we talk about ourselves to ourselves, and just really about the space and being aware of what is going on or in and around and about us. So, on that note, what I'd like to do now is the line of truth cards I shared with you on episode 15 of this show. There are 10 cards in a series, and in those 10 cards, the words of the images that are were the intentions of those drawings, if you will. The energy of that is the words on those cards, which were downloads, because they just came to me, the 55 set. I wrote them down, and then I realized they were all supporting a theme or series. And the 5 series are sparkle your health, sparkle your finances, your sales, your relationships, and your year. I covered off sparkle your relationships on episode 15, and today I'd like to cover off sparkle your health, that series, because with spring being here and summer coming, we want to be in tip-top shape so that we can go outside and take a walk, run if we like to, play games outside, run with the dogs, fly a kite, who knows, right? But that's the thinking behind why I thought it would be nice to talk about the Sparkle Your Health series. So here we go. The Sparkle Your Health series is from the deck of 55 cards. And the first one, this image is the one for Sparkle Your Health. So meaning that, this is the wishes to whatever it is in your field that is, you need to bring into your field for beautiful health, well-being, energy within you. This card is the card that holds that energy of just exuberant, beautiful health. And health, without health, if we cannot look after anything. And what I'd like to I have to remind myself a lot of times too, is because we're always running a mile a minute, is to slow down and take care of me first. If we're not able to look after ourselves because something happened and we can't move, or we can't do something with our leg or our arm or whatever, the thing, we overstress a certain part of our body and it starts to misbehave, then we can't be of help to anybody else. So as much as we want to serve others, we first need to look after ourselves. And for me, I think especially women, moms or dads who are playing mommy, we really need to remember to look after ourselves and take a minute, to take even a 5-minute break to recharge a little, so we do not run our energy down too much and then have that problem of catching stuff that's out there. If you know me at all, my thing is, it's not about catching stuff, it's about keeping your energy high enough so your energy doesn't drop below the energy of the disease, the bacteria, whatever is out there. Your energy stays above that level so you do not get sick. Okay, the next card in this series is called Heal Disease Patterns, and it's a energetic thing. It's just putting a wish out there that whatever it is, if you're afflicted by some form of illness, to just put it out there, even a prayer maybe, a wish, energy healing modality, whatever that is to put that wish out there of opening up to receiving any those things that would help you to heal the disease patterns, programs, etc., that are causing whatever it is that's going on within you to leave and be released. This one, coalesce into perfect form, again, is similar in that, in the quantum realm of things, things can come back together. We're all energy and vibration. And there are studies where in an instant, there are inexplicable things that people experience that are healing. And with Sparkle, that is possible as well. So coalescing into perfect form is more the physical aspect of, an arm that is dislocated, that had to be on a sling all of a sudden no longer hurts. I mean, it's pretty cool when it happens, and it does happen. So, it's those things we can't explain, but we can still put out that wish, and that being open to that beautiful experience of little miracles happening in our lives, because we're all beautiful people with God inside of us, and we're all deserving of health, wealth, happiness, and love. And it's a matter of just opening up and allowing yourself, realizing that you are beautiful inside, and just being open to receiving and open to loving yourself too, in some cases. So this other one is now about defragging what's up here in the head that might be going around in circles. Sometimes it might feel like Grand Central Station, because there's so much going on, and there's these coulds, shoulds, couldn't have, the regrets, the sorrows, the blame, the shame, all of that stuff is going on in the head, and it's like it has a mind of its own. And in my younger years, when I was in the corporate world, I had a lot of that. I didn't even realize these thoughts were in my brain because it was just so constant. I didn't realize what a quiet mind was about. Defragging is just like defragging your computer. You get everything in order, you get it sorted out, you get it so that everything's compartmentalized maybe, and then you just find yourself going into a Zen state because everything quietens down. And that's what that energy of defrag is about. It's being aware enough, and maybe meditation. You could set up for the spring and summer to start meditating more regularly. It's a beautiful thing to just get your mind clear, or at least focused on within, and just having that place where you can, just really get in touch with yourself. And if you can, turn the volume down of those voices in the head, which are not you, by the way. My mother used to say that your thoughts are not you. And I used to say, Mom, like, I know that. And she'd say, tell me, your thoughts are not you. And, you can control your thoughts. You're not controlling your thoughts either. And I'd say, Mom, I'm in full control of my thoughts. How little did I not realize that she was telling me the truth? It wasn't until years later that I realized how true how much truth she was telling me at that time, when I was so stressed out I didn't know which that were even thoughts in my head going through it, because it was just natural, right? So question is, How many thoughts do you have going through your brain? Because it's said the average is about 70 to 90,000 thoughts a day are going through most people's head. And it's a lot of activity. And it's amazing when you get that quiet space, because when people have sparkle, they many times get to that space, and it's pretty cool. So we just have a few more to go through now. It is for recalibration. It's just recalibrating your muscles, your thoughts, how you talk to yourself, recalibrating, how much you can move, how much you can stretch, getting your body, your mind in tune and aligned, so the mind realizes that the muscles can or can't do what it is that you're asking them to do. That's all part of the recalibrating process. One of the things you can do to add in to your getting ready for the summer routine are stretches. And this comes up because I've been sitting a lot, because I do a lot on Zoom, in front of the computer, all that nice computer communication and business running things. And yeah, sitting for a long time, the way we do it, that's become quite a norm now, is not healthy. It shortens the hamstrings, the glutes tighten up, and all sorts of things happen. And then the hip starts to seize when you're trying to lift a leg and go up the stairs or climb over something. And stretching allows you to calibrate and re-instruct your body on and your muscles on what it is they need to be doing, re-engaging and reinforming them on what it is they need to do to help you to be flexible and agile and fit. And then to get that exercise in, to really get the muscles working again. Because sitting and standing, even standing, yeah, that's just as bad, are not that healthy when you're doing it for a prolonged period of times, because it's not a matter of getting too old, it's a matter of staying immobile for too long, and then you think it's because you're getting old. It's no, because you're not moving enough a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times. And then here we come to cleansing, and that's cleansing on all aspects of body, mind, soul, spirit, house, car, whatever it is. It's part of health, because your environment does affect how you feel, and how you feel affects your health, because it's all related in one way, shape, or form. Because if you notice, have you ever felt yourself feeling within yourself happy when you're in a beautiful surroundings, lovely flowers, extravagant, the water fountain there, beautiful lights just glistening and sparkling everywhere. And then you go somewhere where it is not looked after, it might be dirty, and then you feel, all of a sudden you feel kind of yucky, right? So very technical terms. Anyways, you get the idea. So cleansing, a body cleanse, you can get the detoxes for your body. You can find, again, do the spring cleaning, clean out your wardrobe too, because clutter also clutters your mind. It also causes your body to feel heavy because of all that extra stuff you have to think about keeping tidy and moving around or cleaning. So clutter, cleansing, part of clutter, right? And then we have re-energizing, doing things that re-energize you. What are some of your favorite things that you haven't done because you've been so busy, that perhaps when you do it, it just brings a lot of light and energy to you, because it's something you just adore doing. It could be visiting family, it could be painting a painting on a canvas. It could be, going swimming. It could be going on a picnic with your family. It could be dancing, going out for a dance, or eating at a special restaurant that brings back memories. What is it that just brings back that energy to your soul? Re-energizing, also doing things that can bring that energy to you. And then we have regulating, asking your body to regulate itself, because it does do all that on its own. So thanking your body for looking after you and for helping you to breathe and to know when to run fast and when to relax, and when to turn on the digestive juices in your stomach, and all those nice things that it does. Regulating, how to get your body doing what it needs to do without anything else but a command from yourself, because our minds are powerful things. They are. And now we're talking about restoring the health, the mobility, the flexibility, the energy, right? The vitality, restoring, water if you're not drinking enough, rehydrating the body, taking supplements that restore your things that are low. Maybe your calcium levels are low in your body. You don't drink you don't drink milk like I do, so you have to take calcium supplements and magnesium and glucosamine or whatever to keep everything moving. What is it that MSN, the chondroitin, all those nice things, those help to restore the body. The omega vitamins and all of those nice things, right? And then we come back to this last one in that 10 series, which is increase vital energies. Just that vital energy within the body. Getting familiar with what your vital energy is. What's a level that if you go beyond or below that level, feeling that energy in your body, if you go below that energy level in your body, because you do so much work, you deplete yourself. That's what this one is about. So increase the vital energy in your body. And so those are the 10 line of truth cards in the series Sparkle Your Health. So again, what are they? Let me see if I can remember them. They are increase vital energies, sparkle your health, regulate, restore, re-energize, cleanse, coalesce into perfect form, heal disease patterns, restructure, and I'm missing one. What would that be? The defrag for the brain, of course. So those are the 10 in the Sparkle deck. And, if you have all of those 10 things that I just mentioned, will you have excellent health or better health? What can you do to encourage yourself to increase in your body's ability to do these things? It could be all mind over matter. You never know. Jeremy Gall, my co-host last on episode 15, asked me, how do you use these cards? It's and how you use them basically is like any other deck of cards. It's not a tarot deck of cards. It is what I call a sparkle deck of cards. They look like this. They're just small, and then you can see, you can they're tiny, but they fit nicely into your hands. And what I do is I'll shuffle them, and for my readings, they jump. Literally, they'll jump out of the deck. Other people like to use the cards and they'll shuffle, cut, and then they'll pick 3 cards or 5 cards, whatever number that they feel is a good number, and then they'll just shuffle them out and see what's on the cards. Other people will just pick out 3 cards, reach into the deck and pull them out. It's all up to you what feels good for you and how you like to play with your cards. So it's a really great tool, because when I play with my cards, when I use them, I will ask a question, and the question I asked was, what would be a good card to show for this episode? And I got this one jumping out, which is from the Sparkle Your Year series, and it says restructure. So restructure, what would that be? You could restructure your business, you could restructure your your fitness routine, you could restructure your processes, and restructure your organization. All sorts of things that word might be key to. So it's fun, it's freeing to just play and see what pops, and it might speak to you because it's an intuitive process of tapping into your knowing and seeing what is there for you. So on that note, I would like to leave a thought, which is, what are the 3 things you can do to invite a beautiful summer into your year, and what can you do to prepare yourself for having a beautiful summer this year in the areas of fitness, health, and let's even put it out there, health and happiness. So on that note, I will say good night and thank you for joining me on the Sparkle Experience Show. So whether you are here in person or not, please like and share and subscribe if you've enjoyed this program. We come on board every first and third Wednesday of the month, sometimes with guests, sometimes without, always sharing nuggets of wisdom to help you on your journey to be CEO of you, to be less stressed, take the stress out of your day, out of your life, and to bring a little sparkle into your world. So have a really great evening and goodbye for now.